What's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy.
And I'm Faru.
And this is Daredevil, Born Again, Season 1, Episode 7?
Yeah.
No, 8. 8?
Yeah,
this is the penultimate episode.
They did the double episode.
Yeah. Episode 8, we're not in our usual set because we are in Osaka.
Yeah.
So, hi from Japan. This came out at 10 o'clock in the morning, which is so strange.
So weird. We literally got in yesterday. It's wild.
I lost my headphones. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm sad.
He's still very upset about it.
But we want to keep up with the show, so we're going to watch it. Sorry it's not the same sound quality and video quality that we usually have, but tough shit. You can't always get what you want in Hell's Kitchen, and we are in the Hell's Kitchen of Japan.
Are we?
No.
Okay.
What would be, like, the equivalent might be like Roppongi, maybe? Anyway, if you want the full reaction, go to patreon.com/nerdynightly, but if you don't, stay here, because you're already here, and we're watching Daredevil.
Hell yeah.
Patrons, come on now, succumb to those dang devices. In 3, 2, 1. Click.
Where's Adam now?
Let me out!
Nobody knows. Nobody knows where Adam is.
Yeah, not one person.
Running around in silly costumes. The rule of law will prevail.
Don't cops wear costumes?
And they wear uniforms.
Yeah.
It's very different.
Is it?
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't say, like, a train conductor's in a costume.
I mean, they kind of are. It's like a specific outfit.
That's not what a costume is, though. I think costume is when you're dressing up as something else. Like, a cop dressing as a cop is... Like, me dressing as a cop is a costume, but someone whose job is cop dressing as a cop isn't a costume.
So if you are Daredevil, you're not wearing a costume. If you're not Daredevil, you are wearing a costume if you dress up as Daredevil. But if you are Daredevil, then it's not a costume.
No, I think that the difference is being part of an organization or not.
So he just needs to join the Avengers, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Then it's not a costume.
Once he's an Avenger, it's not a costume.
Cool, okay.
But as long as he's doing it by himself, it is a costume. Is that Blue Roses in prison?
Yes. Looks
Damn.
like it.
Rikers Island got a lot nicer. I thought that was Jesse Eisenberg for a second. I was like, Lex Luthor?
What a crossover.
They don't let this fucker keep anything himself. Looks like we're traveling light.
No.
Guess who's getting out?
Fuck, I hope not.
Welcome to Gen Pop, Agent Poindexter.
Oh. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
They just moved him into general population, right? I feel like that's bad for everybody else.
Yeah.
The dude has a super spine. Like, I'm very curious what's going on here. In order to record with light, we have the window open, and it's just this gorgeous view of the Osaka River. I don't think it's called the Osaka River, but this river through Osaka. It's a beautiful view.
Yeah, it's great.
Just gorgeous. Usually we're in a cave in our basement.
You deserve to be happy.
I know that I haven't properly acknowledged.
He's happiest when he's beating up your boyfriend, but...
That's not why I brought you here. I brought you here for something else. Come with me.
Is this gonna be his bunker?
There are just these underdeveloped boys hiding behind masks.
Daredevil saved you.
I saved me. They were both out there for themselves.
That's one way to take it.
Morning, Mr. Murdoch. Is Dr. Glenn here?
Oh, so Fisk does know.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
There's no way that it was a coincidence that that's who they went to.
No, I think it was initially.
No.
Yeah, because Matt and
But there's 3
her
therapists in New York City?
dating when they started therapy.
Well, yeah, they'd been on a date already.
They've been on one date, but...
This is so fucking...
Yeah, he's just showing her.
He's not part of us.
She's right.
Wilson, this is fucked.
Will Mayor Fisk know she was staying here? The mayor cares deeply about this city and its citizens. How a good day, Counselor?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I cannot be.
Please. Please.
That's manipulative as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm half convinced Vanessa's about to pull out a gun and just kill Adam.
To Dr. Heather Glenn and guests.
Yeah, okay, great.
Yeah, okay, great.
You're right, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
As
saw
soon
that
as,
coming.
As soon as she said he's not us, like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Of the two couples, are they the healthier couple?
No.
This is so fucked. Oh god.
What a shot.
I
Yeah.
know. Oh my god.
Do we know who moved it?
I knew you were gonna ask me that.
Tell me.
Mayor Fisk.
One get. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Dogs in jackets in Brooklyn.
Was that on our schedule?
Today we take stock in our victories.
Vigilante crime is down 30% since the task force deployed.
What is vigilante crime?
People doing vigilante acts.
I'm sorry, sir. I
It's
just...
deputy mayor for communications.
No way.
Excuse me, sir. If I may say so, and I'm so sorry, Daniel, but I do believe he will be way in over his head with the council.
I do mind you saying.
Okay? I'm so sorry. Not this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And we at Murdoch and McDuffie, we have a lot of approaches to that defense. But one thing we do not do is subordination of perjury.
There's so many words. I don't know what you're saying.
To put a client on the stand when we know they are lying. And you, my friend, are lying.
That's maybe not great legal strategy, but like...
Yeah.
All right, fine, Kirsten. You want to go back in there and apologize to him?
No, I don't. I want to know what's going on.
Nah, fuck that guy.
We're not serving justice here, you know? We're babysitting chaos.
It's a good line.
But this can't happen like this.
I know, I'm sorry. I have to go.
You just gonna stand out there like a hobo, Matt? Or are you gonna come in? Have a
I love New York.
You know he moved Point Dexter into general population.
Now that's a death sentence.
Is it? The man has superpowers.
Yeah.
Near the night he died, he knew he was going to win. His case with dumb Betty.
Matt, I am really trying to understand you here.
Christ, he knew he was going to win and somebody silenced him.
Sure.
He didn't use his cane.
I didn't notice.
Oh, come on. He knows
that
the
like
floor
a-
of Josie's.
Is that a nice drink? Is that why? Is that like a
It's
nicer...
not a real liquor. They made it up for the show.
Oh, okay.
I know because I was like, oh, I've never had that bottle before. And in the YouTube comments was like, it's not a real...
Gotcha.
This kind of feels like a mystery that we didn't have the pieces to. A little bit.
Yeah.
But
I don't want your respect. Why does Fisk want you dead? Did he hire you to kill Foggy Nelson?
I like Angry Matt. It's fun.
You hear that? Outside.
Yeah. I'm blind, not deaf. Like...
Is that what I am to you? An animal. One of them.
You are a murderer.
Many times over.
Another night in here, I might never be able to answer that for you.
Oh, sweetheart, what do you want? What you want me to do? You want me to get you out? You want me to file an appeal?
Matt's been such a bitch.
I
I love it.
Because that's what good men do, right? Defend their worst enemies.
Yeah. Someone has to defend murderers. It's part of how the legal system functions.
Hey, guard! He started smashing his face against the table.
Was that a legal strategy?
No.
Well, no, but like if he starts to like hurt himself could that get him back into solitary if he doesn't want to be in Gen Pop?
Interesting, yeah.
I don't know how that works. I've never
I'm
been to prison.
Yeah, I'm assuming you can't have someone who is deemed to be like dangerous to themselves or others in a.
Which is why he shouldn't be in Gen Pop in the first place. No one could build a gang in prison faster than a guy with superpowers.
Fair. Yeah.
Who's gonna try and kill him? I know. Trust me, I know. The 4 seasons haunt us. We met doing Jersey Boys together. Not what we fell in love doing Jersey Boys together.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm not worried so much anymore. I gotta go talk to someone.
Okay.
Interesting phrasing.
Yeah, right?
Alright, too hard. But it's a gig.
I mean, you threatened her.
Yeah.
I've never been anywhere like it before.
Me either.
His charisma score is pretty high.
Yeah.
He pulls shit off that I don't think he should be able to.
Yeah.
Yes. Never mind me. I'm sorry. I have to go.
The fuck is going on with that lady?
She is unwell.
I want his role in the MCU.
Yeah.
You show up every once in a while, you say
right.
4 lines, you wear a dope tuxedo. Oh, the all-white suit looks so good! And her dress?
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, they dressed him so well. Let's go, costuming.
Stitches should come off in a week if you don't disturb them.
All right.
No.
Stop!
Yeah. Ah, fuck. Oh, no. Well, it wasn't a legal strategy, but Matt fucked up.
Wow, yeah, okay.
Can you imagine taking somebody's eye out by spitting your tooth as hard as you can?
I don't know how someone spits with that much force.
Superpowers.
Sure.
Are you alone?
Well, it wasn't supposed to be.
Then we can fix that. In a heartbeat. It sounds like we should.
Oh, okay, yeah, let's just go fucking...
Yeah.
God damn it.
Great.
God damn it. Oh, God, this motherfucker.
Didn't think he'd get out because of Matt.
I mean, he got out because of murder, let's be honest.
Sins of the past are dead and buried for both of us.
Did they bury him or did they cremate him? Like,
I think he's underground already in that cell.
true. It's a nice little dining room, though. Like, I think Fisk would want to keep that usable.
Yeah.
You don't want the
Start to
scent of
smell.
decay.
Yeah.
Just casually right in front of the cops. Is Fisk gonna reveal that he's Daredevil at this party?
Checking out on me, disappearing physically and emotionally.
Mr. Mayor, thank you so much for the invitation.
Literally checking out on her as she says it.
Well, I think I underestimated your tenacity.
You'd think after years of doing this, Matt would get better at multitasking. You know?
Yeah.
Shall I call you swordsman? The vigilante?
That's a sick shot. What
Wow,
a
he
weird
left his
disguise.
Flash on.
Yeah. A waiter taking flash photos on a phone?
That's a distraction.
It's
gotta be.
You let that man go or I will charge you with assault.
Oh, Commissioner, no, this isn't assault.
What the fuck?
That was assault. And you're not gonna charge me with shit, because in case you haven't noticed, I don't answer to you.
That's not how the law works.
Yeah, they are outside of the law. Because Fisk can do...
No, that's not how that works. At all. They still have to explain what the fuck they're doing for funds. You can't just... Okay. It's a bit of a stretch to me that you would do that at this party. There's no reason. You don't get anything out of that.
Yeah.
It makes them seem dumb.
Mm.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
When everyone with half a brain knows that it was Daredevil. When did you become Fisk's Minister of Propaganda?
Not everything I write is under my name. Do you know what I mean?
I think I do.
Okay.
Nice.
I have files on every crook with a badge that Fisk calls his task force.
I would really like to take a look at the special.
Gallo's about to die.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they don't mind assaulting that guy in front of us, because they're going to kill him.
Thank you.
Those were not shots.
Nope.
Confront the mayor at his own party?
Maybe.
That's acting out, Matt.
It wouldn't be the first time. It's just a room full of threats. Isn't that fun?
Mm-hmm.
It's time for us to take the first dance.
Yeah. Let's.
He seems genuinely worried.
Yeah. Well, Matt has beat his ass before.
He's like, you can't do that in front of Vanessa.
First, you're gonna have to lead.
That was great.
Please just tell me he's dead.
No. He escaped.
Oh, shit! He's here. And he knew the exact fryer that guy got his hand burned in. It's a good thing most of the people in this room know his face.
Thank you, Buck. Try not to draw too much attention.
It's impressive Dex got here by the time they found out.
Yeah.
Something to tell you.
Not here, not now.
She's the one who hired.
She was in charge. It was her. She did it.
I'm so sorry. Mind if I cut in?
Oh, shit!
Your boyfriend seems a little overly exercised this evening.
Oh, no.
Did he know you had Foggy killed?
Does Heather know you're Daredevil?
Have you ever wondered?
This is so fun. Ah!
You need to relax.
Who's getting shot?
Yeah, right?
Oh my god.
It's one of the people in white. So unfortunately, I think it might be Heather. Oh.
Oh. He took a bullet for Fisk?
That's a choice.
Because Heather was there. Does that mean that Dex thinks that Fisk hired him? Okay. Matt has been shot.
Yeah. That poor suit.
I mean, Wilson, yeah. Beautiful white suit covered in
I was
blood.
like, someone in white is going to get shot because that's usually how it goes. But,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that was...
Okay, so Dex was like, isn't that what good men do? Protect their worst enemy. And then Matt protected his worst enemy.
Yeah.
It was foreshadowing.
Yeah, I wonder. I'm very curious, honestly, to find out, and maybe we won't find out. But I want to know, like, how much of that was selfless.
Well, no, I mean Heather was in danger.
Heather was in danger, but I mean, like,
Matt genuinely cares for her, even though he needs to break up with her.
But he threw himself in front of Fisk.
He threw himself in between them, though.
Uh-huh.
Right? Like, they're dancing. And so I think that Matt pushed her that way as he came through them and then took them. Like, Heather was facing this way. And so Matt came in here, right? And that's how this happened. But so if Heather had stayed there, it would have gone through Heather into Fisk. So Matt got her out of the way. Is this good video content? Hi, YouTube. He had to get her out of the way or else it was going to hit both of them.
Oh, okay.
Right? I think that's how it played out.
Okay, I wasn't 100% sure on that. But, like, it's also one of those things where, like, obviously protecting Heather's safety, but, like, showing up as a better person as well. I just am curious how much of it is selfless or not.
Yeah. No, I agree.
But I think that's what makes it interesting and complicated. Like, that's not a bad thing.
No, 100%. And here's the thing, like, Matt doesn't want people to get killed, right? Yeah. Like, even Fisk, I don't think Matt wants him to be dead. Obviously, he would never kill him because he's Catholic. But, like, I don't think even Muse, I don't think Muse, he was comfortable. Fisk, there's too many, it doesn't matter. My brain's jumbling words together. I just mixed Muse and Fisk into
that's fine.
A real world person. I think that he would save Fisk because he believes that the right way to take down Fisk is not murder.
Right.
Right? Which is kind of tough because the show is kind of creating a world where it's trying to like create a world where vigilantes are necessary because the mayor of New York City has so much power.
Yeah, it definitely does feel like Fisk has no
guardrails,
real enemies, no one to check up on him, no one to stop anything. Like, he can kind of do whatever he wants.
It kind of posits a world where there's like no president of the United States or like federal government or because weirdly like the weird thing about a project like this Red Port, the thing that he's going for, the Red Port Initiative, is that it isn't actually something that the mayor could do by themselves. Like, the amount of input that you would need from the federal government on it is so high. It's one of the problems in the United States, right?
Wait,
is that
really?
Yeah, there's so much federal regulation around waterways and things. Like, you need, like, environmental tests done at the federal level.
I thought local laws overrode federal laws.
What? No.
Yeah, like
no.
Abortion is like not illegal at a United States level, but each state can be like, actually, we don't want it.
No, there's no law at a federal level about that.
Okay.
A city cannot just make a law that supersedes the federal government.
Okay.
It gets complicated with marijuana, and let's not get into that.
Okay, I was like, sure?
But this isn't a law thing, right?
Okay.
This has nothing to do with laws. I'm not saying that there's a legal issue with the Red Port Initiative. I'm saying that there's an involvement issue.
Yeah.
Where that would not happen without federal money. Something of that size and scope would not happen without it doesn't matter. The show doesn't want to get into that, so it doesn't matter. This is a world where New York City is a country that functions as a country on its own with no outside which Marvel does all the time.
Yeah, and it honestly just makes it easier. Like, I think that once you open
the FBI
those doors,
stop them.
No, that's what I mean. Once you open that up, you kind of sometimes you can't really tell the stories that you want to tell, and I do think that this story is going for more of the metaphor than it is like the realism of the laws and how the task force works, and that's what I mean about Fisk being able to get away with anything.
Yes.
Because that's kind of what is happening right now.
I don't love the scene with the oil. It feels it feels mustache twirly villain instead of intelligent villains. Mm-hmm. And I understand it. It is shorthand for look at how bad the task force is. Yeah. They're evil bullies. I don't want a show to use shorthand for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the opening...
Stop doing 8-episode seasons.
Well, no, this one's 9, but it's not so much about even that for me. It's that, like, even the opening of this episode was like, oh, your task force is amazing. This crime is down 30%. And I'm like, based on what? We haven't seen them do anything.
Questions. What is vigilante crime? Do you have to
exactly,
be... Do you have to be wearing a mask? Or could I be wearing like a sexy cop outfit and they'd be like vigilante?
Well, but it also gets into the like, how many vigilantes are there? Because if vigilantes crime is down 30%, if there's 3 vigilantes and one of them is
White Tiger is dead. So yeah, it's down
30% of vigilante crime is
we've got
down.
Daredevil, we've got...
No, Daredevil hasn't been active in a year.
No, but I mean...
The only vigilantes...
The known vigilantes are like... The known vigilantes in
are
this
Daredevil, Swordsman, and White Tiger, and Swordsman's the only one left.
What's his face?
Punisher?
Yeah.
He's also not doing anything right now. None of those characters
down
are
33%.
being... And so there's...
That's the kind of like fucking like political bullshit that I believe.
But it's down almost 100%. The only person still being a vigilante is Swordsman. There are no other.
White Tiger. The other two are basically retired. So it's actually down like fucking like. It's actually down like 70%, 75%.
I wish the show had established that side of it a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because when they're saying like, oh, all these vigilantes are gone, I'm like, what? Who are you talking about?
Well, but
you
that's
haven't
the thing
shown us that there are other vigilantes doing things.
No, I think that's like deliberate, right? Because it's the media being like, wow, good job, so proud of you, Mayor Fisk. When in reality, like, like vigilante crime.
Sure, but even
isn't quantifiable.
Even in that world where it's about the media patting him on the back, I still don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like as an audience member, I don't know who they're talking about.
If I wear a balaclava, am I a vigilante criminal? Like
I don't know. Man.
I don't know. I'm not
but
sure.
But also, vigilante crime being down 30% doesn't mean that the crimes that those vigilantes were stopping have gone down.
True.
So
real crime is actually up like 80%.
And like, but is the show calling Muse because he wears a mask vigilante crime?
Wait, so because now he's dead, it went down 33%.
Like I don't know what. I can't fathom what it means. It doesn't matter. The episode was good. The scene between Dexter and Daredevil in the prison was fantastic. Right?
Yeah.
Like.
Matt's losing it.
Matt's inability to have a genuine conversation with him, and so they end up kind of just talking past each other, even though Poindexter is trying not to talk past Matt. He's trying, but Matt is dodging so that he can fucking just be mad.
Yeah.
Was really interesting to watch. The show's doing such a good job of showing how Matt's falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, like, why Matt thinks that being a vigilante is his only option, right? Yeah. The only time he's really succeeded at stopping something this whole season was in the bank.
Yeah.
And he saved Ayala's niece, right?
Right.
But again, as Daredevil. But all of the stuff he's been doing legally has been failing. And it's just really fascinating that the show is like...
Well, Hector, got shot as soon as he got
No, but
that
even
episode.
in his conversation with Nikki M. James' character, I can't remember her name.
His partner?
Yeah. In that conversation, he's like, we got him off and he still got killed for it. You know what I mean? Like, the show is sort of... It's very cynical. It's kind of a dour show, to be honest, but it's so well done that I don't mind that as much. The original show was very dour as well. The cynicism of that the only way that he can make a difference is as Daredevil is very interesting.
Yeah.
And not what I expected at the beginning of the show. I thought he was going to be more successful, but then again, it is named after Born Again, which is like one of the darkest comics I've ever read. So I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting, but
yeah.
The fact that they made that dance between four people as cool as an action scene was...
Yeah, it was really well done.
Yeah. Oh, and again, we talk about a lot the cinematography of the show because it's shot in really interesting ways. But this episode, the lighting really stepped it up and did some cool things,
especially with the party scene and the blue tinge that
Well, the blue tinge of Poindexter.
Yeah.
The stark white of the spotlight and Fisk's suit, and then the red of Daredevil at the end when he's shot.
Yeah.
And the way that the camera flipped and then the entire lens was red.
Mm-hmm.
And so the red, white, and blue of this episode is very fascinating and...
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great stuff in it.
The scene where Vanessa shot Adam.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like we kind of in the moment we were like, we saw that coming. It made sense. There is no world in which Adam can live.
There's no world where Vanessa and Fisk can break up or like their relationship had to move Because they've been kind of stuck all season.
Yes.
And if they just stayed stuck,
it would be unsatisfying.
Yeah.
It would get boring after a while.
So it wasn't an unexpected choice, but it was the right choice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I will say the other side of that, the Heather and Matt conversation struck me as a little bit odd, just because Heather seems confused. The show has a little bit of a the amount of information the characters are aware of from the previous show seems to at times fluctuate. And in that opening conversation when Matt is like, hey, like, I need to know if you're working with him. And she's like, why? Like, why do you have a problem with Fisk? And it's like, well, even if you forget the Daredevil stuff, just as a lawyer on a legal level, Matt Murdock and Fisk have a public feud. Like,
well, and he's like a publicly known mob boss. Like,
yeah, he's like a known criminal.
Well, and that still is so wild to me.
Yeah.
That like the general population is like, yeah, the mob boss. We voted him for mayor. Like,
remember when he was in home arrest in his penthouse for like a year because of the crimes that he did? Like the idea that Matt got him that Matt was the lawyer for, like, there's just a weird element of like her being like, what is it with you and Fisk? And
what's
it's
wrong with Fisk?
Are you either she like didn't live in New York at the time, right? And so she just doesn't know, or they don't talk about fucking and they don't talk about anything in their relationship.
Yeah.
But like for you to be living with the man who publicly is the lawyer that is the reason why Fisk's mayoral challenge was weird in the first place, I just kind of was like, what do you mean, what is his problem with Fisk?
Been through some stuff.
If you disregard the Daredevil stuff, they still have public shit going on.
I know, but she did just kill a man, and her
True.
She might just be a little fucked up because of it. I'm saying.
No, and I didn't mind that part of the conversation as much.
No, I know what you mean, though, that there seems to be information that she either does or doesn't have. It's weird if she doesn't have it.
Yeah. But also, as Fisk's therapist, she shouldn't be his therapist because she is dating the man that was... Like, there's a huge conflict of interest in these relationships.
Yeah, true. That is actually true. I didn't think about that.
But this isn't her fault. This is Matt's fault. Because Matt... I'm going to lay down a rule for superheroes. You cannot live with someone who doesn't know your secret identity. You can date someone, but before you give them a key to your house... And look, you might be saying, well... But what if she tells the secret publicly? That's true. What if someone comes to your house to murder you and she doesn't know and she dies? It's fucking your fault, dude. And look, I'm saying, like, I love you enough that you're like, someone might kill you one day because you love me so much. I would be like, okay, yeah, I agree. I would agree to that, but then I am consenting to be present.
Sure.
She does not have the option to consent to be present because he is...
It's just tough because I think that, if you're living in like fucking... like Oklahoma or whatever, it doesn't matter, but it's New York and rent is really expensive. you gotta move in with people so you can afford to live in that fucking city. Okay? They were like 3 dates, we're moving in. It's like how the lesbians do it. Like, New York is just a city of lesbians. They're all like, we gotta move in together because it's really expensive out there.
You know what? It isn't like that. Only because it's so hard to get out of a lease that you can't really move in with someone until one of your leases end. Like the
fair. That is fair.
the thing about New York is that you're like, hey, I would love to move in with you, but your lease ends in July.
Yeah.
And so either I'm moving into your current lease with your current roommates, and then we'll move out 6 months later.
And then I know someone who's going to take over my lease because I have 3 roommates and they need to fill this. And then they know someone who needs to fill their lease because they just broke up with somebody.
Dude, hey, I lived with my ex for 2 years.
Yeah, because it's cheaper.
Well, and we broke up, and then I moved in to her place while she wasn't. Okay, so we broke up. 2.5 years later, I was flying back from Japan.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need a place to live on Facebook. And she was like, hey, I am on tour.
Yeah.
But there's a place in my apartment. And I'm going to be gone for the first 6 months. You can like live there for 6 months and then you can figure it out. And I was like, great. So I moved into her lease. Then when she was coming back from tour, I was like, hey, we broke up 3 years ago.
Yeah.
We can live together. Yeah. And so I lived in one room and she lived in another. And then we lived together for 2 years.
Yeah.
Even though,
Yeah, that's how it do be sometimes.
And we were great roommates. No, New York is like that though.
Yeah.
And so that is very funny. But I have to imagine this whole time Heather's been paying a lease that she just doesn't go home to.
Probably. Yeah.
Probably because Matt's apartment is closer to her office.
Yeah, like she probably lives like Staten Island or something. I don't know.
I had a girl who basically moved in with me because we both worked on the Upper West Side at the same restaurant, and she lived in Brooklyn. And there was a point where I was like, when was the last time she went home? And I was like, oh, but it's like 90 minutes on the train. Like, I was like, oh, of course, she can walk to the place we work from my apartment. So she was just always there because it was like, I was like, God, there's so much clothing in this apartment that's not mine. What is happening?
Yeah.
And but it made sense because Brooklyn is in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you say so.
Depending on what train line you're on, some nights, you might as well live in fucking Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, I don't really know what the finale is gonna be.
Yeah, I liked this episode a lot. It didn't set up a finale very well for me.
No, because Matt's been shot.
Before to save Fisk.
Yeah,
and so I don't think the finale is like Fisk reveals that Matt's Daredevil.
No, because that would be fucking weird. Like, it's not like they got shot in a private room. It's a dance floor full of people, and I mean, BB's a reporter.
It's not even just that. It's also that Fisk is...
He has a weird sense of...
honor and... Yeah. No, yeah.
I know what you mean.
And so I don't think he would.
But then also, like, there can't really be like a big fight. Like,
because Matt's been
shot. Like, he doesn't have super healing. That's right. Like, so
unless there's like a time skip or something.
Maybe the only thing that I can think is like would be a big moment for the finale is that he does reveal to Heather. But that's what I am a little bit kind of lost in the sauce as to what the build up is, where we're headed for the finale.
I agree.
And what I'm looking forward to in it, because I actually don't really know, even though I have enjoyed every single episode individually. I think that yeah.
It's not pointing towards anything. There's 2 points I want to make about that that I think are the reason for that. One is the mystery that isn't really a mystery of the show of Foggy's case that he thought he was going to win. I don't really get I don't know what it was. And the show hasn't built up what it was. We also haven't heard that that Foggy didn't win after, that the case went the other way because Foggy died.
Unless there was stuff in that opening scene that feels like so long ago that, I mean, maybe I missed a setup or something, but I am on the same page. That was all brand new information to me.
Even if it was in the opening scene, that's still 8 episodes. Like there hasn't been any development on that side of the show that made this, there's nothing in this show. And this is, I think, part of the problem of having Vanessa and Fisk be so detached from their criminal empire, is that there's nothing pressing in their criminal empire that relates to that case anymore.
Yeah.
Unless the reveal of episode 9 is that there actually is.
Sure.
But I don't... The show doesn't seem to be pointing me towards that. There's nothing in the final episode that I can't wait to see happen.
Yeah.
This was the episode that had the things that I couldn't wait to see happen.
Yeah. Now I'm like, oh shit, where are we going from here?
So yeah, I just think I agree with you. It is kind of an interesting sort of, Matt's been shot. It feels more like a mid-season finale. And you know what? This show wasn't meant to be 18 episodes, and they've split it into 2 seasons. So it might be that there isn't a super satisfying... Well, they didn't split it into 2 seasons, but the show was supposed to be 18 episodes without Karen and Foggy. Then people were upset that was happening, and so they've retconned into Karen and Foggy returning, but then the show got shortened from 18 episodes to 9 episodes, and then the 9 episodes started, and then it was revealed that season 2 was happening. And so I think that the 18 episodes were just... that one 18-episode season was made into 2 seasons.
Right, because they probably pitched the story that they wanted to tell and how they wanted to get there.
But there's different showrunners. The 18-episode season has a different team of writers. They fired the entire writing staff.
That's crazy. Then I have no idea what's going on. That seems insane to me.
But this does feel more like the middle of a season than it does like we're leading into a season finale of the show.
Sure, yeah.
Like Matt's going to be, I'm assuming, in a hospital bed for most of the finale.
Yeah, unless it was... I mean... Yeah.
He was shot in the chest,
Well, I'm like, there is a possibility that maybe it was more like here and it's just kind of muscular.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know anything about bullet wounds. Let's be honest.
The fun thing is I don't have high expectations, but I like the show enough that I'm excited. So like,
I'm stoked,
you know,
I'm stoked.
there isn't. It's not like there's a problem of like I'm not excited for the finale. I am. I really like this episode.
Yeah.
I really like the way in which Matt, Dex, and Fisk are coming to head again. Yeah. One thing I hope the finale kind of explains is why Dex is so mad at Fisk. Why Dex is trying to kill Fisk here.
Yeah, I mean, it might be because he feels like he kept saying he's not supposed to be there. He's not supposed to be in prison. And so I feel like maybe he was mad at Vanessa for leaving him there.
But that's weird because so when Vanessa hired him to kill Foggy, she wasn't married to the mayor of New York, right? Fisk became mayor a year later. So the idea that Vanessa would have had the power to save him from prison is non-existent. You know what I mean? Like, so there's sort of a weird element of like, unless he thinks Fisk hired him, or he's killing Fisk to get at Vanessa.
Yeah, that was kind of my thought, but I don't know.
I'm not sure I fully understood why he got out of prison and then was mad at Fisk. Given that Fisk didn't hire him, and it's not like Fisk could have gotten him out. Fisk was nobody. Fisk was literally like 3 sheets to the wind when Foggy died.
Yeah.
So Fisk wasn't involved. He's the mayor now, but like the mayor of New York can't just get someone who was seen committing murder off. You know what I mean? He doesn't have the power to pardon somebody who committed murder.
Yeah.
So I don't understand what Dex's problem with Fisk is in this show.
Yeah, not clear on that.
I don't know why Fisk moved him into Gen Pop. Like, I don't really get what's going on that side of the show. Fisk had nothing to do with Foggy's death. So why is the mayor of New York City moving a prisoner into Gen Pop anyway?
Well,
like,
because he says he's gonna die in there, so...
But I don't think that's a power the mayor has.
I have no idea.
I don't think mayors have power over the prison system.
No clue.
Like, maybe they do. That admittedly, this is like... But I don't think a mayor can call a prison and be like, hey, I need you to move a prisoner from solitary into Gen Pop. I don't think that's how that works. Unless it is. And maybe New York City's different and like the mayor controls the prison.
No idea.
So I just the why, and so that's what the only thing I'm hoping the finale explains is like why these characters feel the way that they feel.
Yeah.
Other than obviously the blood feud from season 3.
Yep.
Anyway, that's it. If you like the video, like, subscribe to the channel. If you don't, hit the dislike button. Leave mean comments down below because the algorithm god is hungry and we must feed her. This episode, that algorithm goddess is...
Vanessa. She shot at him. She's like, the D wasn't good enough.
Got Foggy dead.
Damn. Just kill her.
If you want to follow us around the internet, you can. I'm at Nerdy Nightly.
I'm at Claris Polaris.
Do something nerdy tonight.
Bye.